So I've been tasked with training the entire district on cybersecurity as we move forward with our new policies and such. And last month, October, was Cybersecurity Awareness Month. So you might notice I sent out emails and things. And I have this really short training. Hopefully we can do this real quick and be done, get out of here. If you want to save your answers till the end, maybe we can get through it quicker. Or your questions. I might have an answer. Save the questions till the end. So today, or this year, we're focusing on, and this is district-wide, we're focusing on multi-factor authentication. I'm sure most of you have heard about that already. If you haven't already enabled it, we need to make sure that that gets enabled. The reason for multi-factor authentication is because it requires two components. One component is your password, something you know. The second component is either a code that you get through your phone or a security key. Looks like this, something that you have. Sometimes it'll be a code question, like, what's your mother's maiden name? So again, something you know. But multi-factor authentication is to make sure that if somebody has your password, they can't just log into your accounts. With multi-factor authentication, you have to be sitting at the device you're trying to log into that account. That's the purpose behind multi-factor authentication. And that's why we're pushing it really hard this year. Next thing we're going to talk about is using strong passwords and a password manager. Password managers are fantastic tools. ClassLink will serve pretty much as a password manager for you. So we need to get in the habit of going through ClassLink to get into, say, Infinite Campus, because ClassLink has two-factor authentication. Infinite Campus doesn't, so if we go through ClassLink, we turn autofill off so the passwords aren't automatically put on the web page. Somebody were to get a hold of your device and you've got autofill turned on, you've got everything set, so it just automatically fills in the blanks. Guess what? They get a hold of your machine, what do they have access to? Everything, exactly. So our version of a password manager is going to be ClassLink. It will automatically log you in, and it requires two-factor authentication. Strong passwords, in the past, they have said to use at least 8 characters, capital letter, a lowercase letter, a number, a special symbol, the whole 9 yards, the unicorn. Now, what security is telling us to do for a password, for a strong, secure password, keep those other things in mind. Capital letter, lowercase letter, number, special character. So come up with a passphrase. Something that means something to you. That's a phrase. The longer the better. It can be up to 24 characters. But if you have a passphrase, something that means something to you that you can remember, you don't have to write it down anywhere. You don't have to use autofill to automatically put it in. And a 16-character passphrase with all of the other capital letter, lowercase letter, number, special character. With all those plugged into it, like you can replace an at for an A, a 1 for an L. Take 246 million years to crack. An 8-character random password, we can crack it within 30 seconds. And I'm actually teaching our kids at the high school how to do that. So come up with some good, strong passwords. Updating software, another thing we're focusing on. The district set up to send the updates out to the computers as they come out, the ones that we need. Don't update to Windows 11 if they ask you to. But there's a lot of cases where you have to actually hit the go ahead and update. And believe it or not, Sophos tells me right now I've gotten 4 emails this week on 5 different computers that have missed 2 updates. So it tells me who's not updating our security system. So please, if you see down in the bottom right hand corner where that little cloud is, there'll be one that looks like a little circle arrow type thing. Click that and update. That will open up your Windows update and just click update. Update the computer. And the last thing that we're focusing on this year is recognizing and reporting phishing. And I've created a Google form, and Mike is going to get it into our Wild for Life bookmarks for reporting any kind of cyber incidents. But phishing, again, we have a security system called Sophos. And with this security system, we can tell it, okay, send out to this group of people a phishing email. Then I get back a report, who opened it, who clicked any links, who opened any attachments, and believe me, there's been some open. And it also tells me if you just deleted it without taking any action. The thing we're really looking for is that it's reported. And the way you can report phishing emails is to forward it to me, so I can take a look at it and see what is going on, and if we need to report that on to a higher agency. So,
Richard,
yes.
crazy question. Like, what if you don't know? Like, can you open it and then forward it, or do you just forward it before opening it?
You can open it and forward it, but you should probably just forward it without opening it if you can.
Yeah,
If it's on-
There are some,
what if you don't know what it is?
like Microsoft Word, a couple months ago, there was a vulnerability found in Microsoft Word, and they could attach a Word document to an email, and you'd get that email. If you opened the email, not the Word document, but the email, the Word document would run its malicious code, and the bad actor would gain control of your computer through Microsoft Word. Since been patched, so hopefully you've been updating. Next. Okay. Multi-factor authentication, this is what we started out talking. One of the things that we're really looking for get everybody on board with this. And with multi-factor authentication, even having your autofill turned on, it can put your password in there, but they won't have that second component. That's why it's so important that we get this set up for everybody. There are several different ways to do it. You can download the app. It's called Google Authenticator. And then when you set it up, it will ask you to take a picture of the QR code it gives you, and it will add that to your site. That Google Authenticator app, I think I got that right. What it does is every 30 seconds, it gives you a new code. Six-digit code, every 30 seconds it changes. So it'd be really hard for somebody to guess your code because it's always changing. You can have it text, a lot of them will text your phone a code, like Amazon. You can set up two-factor authentication with Amazon and you can set it up with your phone number, and it'll actually text you a code when you try to log in. School district has gone and bought a ton of these. It's called a security key for us. Anybody that doesn't want their two-factor authentication on their phone, or they don't want the Amazon texting them, we have these that we can sign out to you. And If anybody's having problems with getting their two-factor authentication turned on, please send me an email. I'm working on getting put together a short video that shows how to do that with Google, because once you learn how to do it with Google, it's pretty much the same process with any other website out there. So I'm working on that. And here is talking about the other kinds of two-factor authentication that are out there. The government has stuff that's really good, like, you know, facial recognition, fingerprints, retina scan. I want a retina scan on my door. So backward. So that's multi-factor authentication. We're actually just looking for two-factor. So if you have your password, that's one factor. You have either your phone or you have a key or something that can be your second factor.
I just have a quick question. Is it always going to ask for the two-factor?
Every time you log into it, yes. So if you log out of it, then the next time you log in, yes, you're gonna have to use both factors to connect.
Code to the phone. We have to, so it'll send a code to the phone, right? And then we have to check our phone, get that code, and then.
Put it here. That's why we have keys too. That might work better for you if government.
Drive, plug in.
Yeah. It's a USB device. We got really good ones. They actually have a RF chip in them, so you can tap it. Tap it if you're trying to log into something on your phone. You can tap that to the back of your phone and verify for you. Okay. Long, unique, complex. Passwords, I already covered it. Again, best way to do it, think of a phrase. What the standard out there is right now is 8 characters. I think our district is set up with 8 characters, uppercase, lowercase, and a special symbol. And we're supposed to be changing it every 60 days. I don't know if that's gotten set up yet, but that will be coming out in the near future. That's why thinking of a phrase will be good, because I know when we first talked about going 60 days on the passwords, I was rooting for 90, but ended up with 60 because that's what the government does. And I know that's an awful lot of passwords to try to remember. So I kind of, yeah, knowing the phrase, and then that's the best way to go about it. Just learn a big phrase. So they're saying at least 12 characters. You can go up to 24 characters in a password. So long phrase, you know, one of the examples that I saw was Rocky Balboa versus what was his name? Apollo Creed, with the exclamation point and the year. Run that through the password. How long will it take? There's actually a website you can go to that will tell you how long it will take to crack your password. Put that phrase to it, and it said 265 million years. We took a random 8 character, which is our district's policy right now, 8 characters. You put that through it, and it said 26 seconds. Somebody with the right skills can crack it in 26 seconds. Yeah.
Would it be better to use writing language versus showing language?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Something that you can remember. And yeah, if you can do it in native tongue, that would be even better. That's going to be best. What's that? It was probably take place. So next, Password managers. Talked a little bit about that in the meeting too. The password manager that we'll be using isn't truly a password manager, but it will manage your passwords for you, and that's ClassLink. From what I understand, that is up and running 100% now. I got Blake shaking his head, so maybe not.
Not quite.
I know it's supposed to be close. The guys from Pine Cove told me that it was supposed to be up to 100%. So, but as soon as we get that up to 100%, that will be a great place for you to use for a password manager. Okay. There are some others out there that you can pay for, like LastPass, Bitdefender. Norton. It's got every security virus scanning software company out there also has a password manager. And a lot of times you can buy it in a package, you know, if you want to buy your own. Password manager, what you do is you have a unique password that locks all of your passwords up. So you only have to remember the one password, you never have to change it. And then it will automatically take care of you once you put your one password in. So, okay, the last thing that we were talking about is automatic updates. Like I said, the servers here, I've talked with Pine Cove, it's set to push out updates to the computers. But there are those rare occasions where we have to, as human beings, push the button and say, update. The reason that we update every time a new patch comes out, a patch comes out when a vulnerability has been discovered. So when you get a patch, it's to lock a hole, basically locking the door so somebody can't walk in that door on them. So can't express enough how important it is to get those updates, because if somebody breaches our system and it's through a computer that you have that you didn't update, I don't think it'd be pretty good. I know I wouldn't want to be that person. Probably would be me though. Okay, phishing emails. Phishing emails, always look at if it contains links, be wary of it. If it contains attachments, be wary of it. Phishing emails are usually going to say something urgent, like your bank account has been hacked, you need to get on here and change your password right now. Then you click the link and you've given a bad actor your credentials to log into that bank and steal everything you have it. Emails can also put malware on your device that can do anything from making you listen to a stupid YouTube song over and over again to completely infiltrating our systems. And the last thing we need is for bad actors to get into our systems. I just in the last 3 days watching security, and they started with physical security, watching for trying to stop school shootings and profiling behaviors. Second day they did cybersecurity, the last day they did bomb threats. So it was a pretty comprehensive conference that I went to, but they talked a lot about LA County Unified District #1. If you hadn't heard, they had a ransomware here recently. When that ransomware locked down their systems, they lost the use of their phones. All of our phones are run through the internet. So there were no phones. Household gadgets to open our doors. They don't work when there's no internet. So they lost everything. They couldn't get into their building, nor could they call anybody. So we don't want to open up any doors to allow anything like that to come in, not in our house. Because it could be bad. And when you hover over, when you get an email, you can hover your little mouse over who the name of the person that sent it to you. And down in the bottom left corner of your screen, it will show you who the L2 link is on that. If that doesn't match the person, it's probably phishing or malware.
I get a lot of phishing emails from like legit companies. Is it better instead of clicking the link in the email going out into their website?
If it's something that you think is legit, yes. Go to Chrome browser, open up their website. Don't click links in email. Because what you may see on the link in the email may not be where you're getting sent to.
I get some.
Because there's ways to spoof it.
I get some that the email looks like it could be legit.
Yeah.
The email address that.
And they're getting better every day and making them look legit.
Yeah, but the email looks legit.
So, and some of the emails that our security system sends out to all of us, they look real legit. So we need to be real careful when it comes to phishing emails. Check the names, check if they're links. Even the links, you can hover over the link and it'll put the link down in the bottom left corner of your screen. Compare them, see if it's the same place. If it's saying it's going to Microsoft.com up here and you look down the corner and it says tracking server 1, that is not a good email. So, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, lastly, we need to report any cyber security related, actually any security related things must be reported. I mean, that's one of, over the last 3 days, it didn't matter what they were talking about, whether it be cyberbullying or it was worried about one of the students going to be going off and maybe hurting somebody. Biggest thing that they couldn't stress enough was to have a reporting system. So that's what I'm working on this weekend, is getting a reporting system put in place. And I'm also hopefully going to talk to Powers that Be about getting a safe to tell site going for our students to have a safe place to anonymously report things. And that's where we are with that. Okay, get involved. I can use all the help I can get. I'm one guy. I've got to take care of this whole district as far as security goes. So yeah, use all the help I can get. We will be, over the next few weeks, we're putting together a cyber incident response team and coming up with procedures in case we do have a cyber infiltration. So yeah, if you would like to be part of that, please send me an email. The more we can share this information about cybersecurity, the safer we can make it for everybody. I mean, it's not just us, it's our students, it's their parents. It affects everybody in our community. So share it, make people aware. There is some serious threats out there. Right now, in the United States, education is the #1 target. Schools are getting hundreds of phishing emails. They figure about half of them are from just regular hackers trying to see what they can get away with. They figure a small percentage of them are actually state hackers, so like China, Russia, trying to, because they can hurt us financially. Okay. Any questions?
So Richard, so, hey guys, hold on, you might want to hear about this. Are we, so for two-factor authentication right now, any of our Google accounts we're wanting those to be two-factor authenticated. All right, is there any plan so far for upping that to our school issued devices, not specifically Google? Are we still okay just doing password for our computers?
We are working on it to where you'd actually use some form of multi-factor authentication to actually log into your computer too.
Okay.
It's in the works, and we don't have anything that's been approved yet, but we are working on it. Because the more that we can limit access to things by having the multi-factor authentication, the safer we'll be in the long run. The multi-factor authentication is a great deterrent for most bad actors because you have to have the second component with you at the machine. So even if you get in remotely, you'd have to still have that second.
Yeah, why is that? Because some of us work from home. and have to do that.
Why do you want two-factor authentication? So that the only way that they can get into your Google account is to have your code and your password.
I mean, the computer itself, like, if you're at home, I think that way you find that.
It secures the device. You know, physical security is just as big a problem as cybersecurity. If somebody walks in the door, picks up a teacher's computer and walks out with it, guess what? They've got access to IC. Yeah.
Can I work at home on my own personal computer or working?
Yeah, just make sure that you're on a secure network, that your router is set up.
Password.
High security.
So if I go home right now, it works great on here, I go home right now, and I log out of my Google account, I log into my Google account, it's gonna ask me, I can still put those notifications in my computer and sign back into my Google account. So it'll work, whatever, if you've got an account, it's gonna work on all of them, right? Did you set it up?
Awesome. I have one of those keys myself, and I actually use it on all of my computers. And trust me, I have a few.
Hey guys, hold on a sec. We're gonna move around, that's cool, but like volume. All right, so anyways. Richard, we done?
I think we're done. If there's no other questions.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah. So yeah, that's